Hello and welcome class 10th to yet another video of revision, and today we are going to revise lesson number 12, that is money. So first of all, we'll see what is barter system. Basically, barter system is the exchange. In other words, we can say the direct exchange of goods and services without the use of money. So when money is not used for exchange and goods and services are used for the exchange of goods and services, that is barter system. Now please turn your books with me to page number 158, where you will find the inconveniences of barter system. And here you will see there are 5 inconveniences. The first one is lack of double coincidence of wants. Now in this case, what happens is that, for example, there is a farmer who produces rice and there's a weaver who produces cloth. Now if I am the weaver and I want rice, but the farmer does not need the cloth in return, this marks the problem of double coincidence of wants. The second is difficulty of division and subdivision of goods. So in this case, for example, I have a cow, just one cow, but I want to buy utensils, sugar and cloth, 3 things. Now the same person is not able to give me all the 3 things. So I have to go to 3 different people and buy these things. And I just have one cow to exchange that. So I can't divide my cow into 3 parts to give it to 3 different people. Therefore, this brings the difficulty of division and subdivision of goods. The next problem is difficulty in calculating the value of goods. Now see, goods are something that when you exchange, it does not show common measure of value. It is difficult. Why is it difficult? Because there is no calculation of the value of goods. So how much rice is to be given for the amount of wheat is not a proper measure. So that is why this is another difficulty. Next is difficulty in the case of services. So in this case, what happens that it is quite difficult and inconvenient to calculate the worth of the services of a teacher, of a doctor, of an engineer, maybe of a washerman, maybe of an electrician. You can't measure their services. So in the case of goods, to some extent you can somehow manage to exchange goods for goods, but when it comes to services, it gets difficult to measure the worth of the service. And the last is difficulty in storing value. Now basically in the case of perishable goods, what happens is it is difficult to store those goods. For example, food grains, dairy products, fresh meat and all. So these are products that are difficult to save for the future. That is why in barter system what happens, if I'm exchanging my cloth for maybe a person gives me rice in return. Now rice I can keep for a long time, but to some extent this food grain is also perishable. Reason being that during the monsoon season, all the different sorts of insects and you'll find all the different kinds of worms and all in the rice. So there is problem of storage. Storing is difficult for the perishable kind of goods. Now turn your books to, shift your book to page number 159 to the next page, and here you will find evolution of money. So basically evolution of money, seeing all the difficulties of the barter system, it was very important. In other words, we will say people were forced to select money as a medium of exchange. And different stages came in the evolution of money, and we're going to see those stages. The first stage is animal money. Now in case of animal money, during ancient India, you will find that Godhan or cow wealth was considered as the most important or most widely accepted form of money. And in Rome also, during the time of 4th century BC, basically Rome had recognized and officially announced that cow and sheep will be money in order to collect the fine and taxes. Next is commodity money. Now commodity money is that money whose value comes from a commodity out of which it is made. For example, the commodities that were used as medium of exchange included shells, bows and arrows, gold, silver, food grains and all of this. So this is pretty similar to the barter system, where commodity was considered as money to exchange for another commodity. Next was coinage, where we have metallic as well as non-metallic money. Okay, On page 160 you will find more details about this, and here you will see that there are metallic and non-metallic kind of coins. And basically in the why coins were not very much for a long time used, the reason was that it was not very portable. Like, coins were heavy, they were made out of gold, silver and all sorts of heavy metals and all. So in that case what happened was that these coins were becoming a problem, and also because they were made of precious metals, in that case there were chances of robbery and all. So it was better to avoid using coins. So later on came the paper money that we use these days, that is paper money, or in other words we can say the currency notes. Okay, the notes, the 500 note, 2000 note, 100 rupee, 200 rupee, these are the notes that we're using, 50, 20, 10, these are the notes that we're using. So this will be in the category of paper money. Okay, and the last is bank money. Now bank money is also very common these days. This is the most convenient form of money, and all the transactions sitting from one end of the world to the other, you can easily do it with the help of your bank transactions, right? You can use your debit card, you can use your credit card, you can use all sorts of e-banking methods, checks, drafts. These are all new patterns that have come up in today's day and age. So therefore bank money is the most convenient money considered at present. Moving on, now we will see what is money. So basically we will look into the meaning of money. So money, on page number 161 you will find several definitions. Please learn them, and the most appropriate definition I would say is of Crowther. Crowther's definition is widely accepted, reason being his definition has all the functions in it. Okay, so see other definitions given by Lord J.M. Keynes, Robertson, Marshall, Kent. These people have given good definitions, but they hardly have one or two functions of money. But when you see Crowther's definition, his definition has all the functions in it. So basically money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange, and it acts as a measure and store of value. So that is money according to Crowther. Now on page number 162 you will find the functions of money, and as per our syllabus we will only be doing primary functions and secondary functions. In primary we have only 2 functions, and in secondary we have 3 functions. So first we will see the primary functions. In primary, the first one is medium of exchange. That means money carries the capacity to purchase the goods and services which people want. Okay, so money is something that is normally accepted. Alright, for any kind of sale and purchase, any kind of transaction, money is something that is easily accepted. Next, on page number 163 you will find the second primary function, and that is measure of value. So basically money is not just measure of value, but it is also unit of account. Like for example, in India rupee is the unit of account. In Turkey you will find lira as the unit of account. In Pakistan you will find Pakistani rupee as a unit of account. In USA you will find dollars, the US dollars as unit of account. So every country has their own unit of account. Okay, and also money is a measure of value. So in barter system we all know that we could not value the commodity, we could not value the services of the people, but here with the help of money we can easily measure the worth of the commodity or of the service. Next is secondary functions. In secondary functions you will find there are 3 main functions that we will study. One is standard of deferred payment, the other is transfer of value, and the third one is store of value. So standard of deferred payment is basically, deferred payments means future payments. So see, for example, I'll just give you an example. Let's say I have given 1 kg of rice to a girl named Ria for 1 whole year. So Ria has taken 1 kg rice from me and she has to return it back to me after a year. Now what guarantee do I have that the quality of rice and the expensive rice that I have given to her, I will get the same back? I can't guarantee that, right? Because it's not possible to get the exact same quality and the exact same expensive rice back. Therefore, money acts as a standard of deferred payment because it really helps out. It becomes very successful with the help of money to easily manage future payments. Like if Ria wants 1000 rupees, after 1 year she can return the exact same money, and I can take the guarantee that I will get the exact money back. But it can't happen with commodities. Second is transfer of value. So now value can be easily transferred from one person to another with the help, because see, money is acting as a means of transfer of value. So in this case, it is very easy to, with the help of money, it is very easy to transfer the value from one place to another, from one person to another, one country to another, one city to another. It's very efficiently done. It's very quickly done with the help of money. And the last is store of value. If you remember, in barter system, there was one problem, that was storage, because perishable goods cannot be stored for very long. But now people can store their wealth in the form of money. So even if something, now because we are not exchanging for commodity, people can store their money for a long time. So that is store of value. So students, these are the functions of money, and this is the entire lesson of money. It is just a summary and a revision of the lesson. I hope that you all have understood and you will follow it in your books as well. All the best and enjoy this video.